let's talk about the hamstrings. Do you know why the hamstrings are called the hamstrings? I'll let you know. Here's the thing. The hamstrings are the muscles on the back of the thigh, and 3 of them actually have a common tendon. That common tendon is used by a butcher when he has butchered the hindquarters of a pig. He takes the hindquarters and hangs it up in the smokehouse by this common tendon, and that becomes a ham. And so the strings that are the common tendons of these big muscles are the things that you hang the ham up by. And so that's where we get the name hamstrings for these muscles. Who'd have thunk? All right, so the hamstrings are all hip extensors. So these are going to work with the gluteus maximus to extend the leg backward. But the hamstrings are also going to flex the knee. Now the biceps femoris are located on the lateral side of the thigh on the back, and they are going, this 2-part muscle is going to laterally rotate the lower leg, okay? So remember, when you bend your knees, you can medially and laterally rotate the lower leg. So the biceps femoris is going to help with lateral rotation. So the hamstrings are these 4 muscles here. The 2 lateral parts are the long head, which is deep, and the short head of the biceps femoris. And this is why you need to say biceps brachii when you're talking about the muscle in the arm, because there is a biceps femoris in the leg, okay? The medial hamstrings are the semimembranosus, which is deeper and more medial, and the semitendinosus, which is more lateral on the leg and superficial. These are both going to insert on the medial side of the tibia, and in addition to extending the leg, they're going to help flex the knee and medially rotate the lower leg. Okay, so if you sit in a chair and medially and laterally rotate your feet, okay, you're using these hamstrings on your lower leg. On your upper leg. Weird, right? Okay, so semimembranosus, more medial. And honestly, that's the only way I can remember this, okay? That membranosus has an M in it, and it's the most medial of the hamstrings. The semitendinosus is superficial. So this tendinosus and the membranosus go together. Semitendinosus superficial, semimembranosus deep. And then on the lateral side, we have the biceps femoris, short head and long head. If you think about the arms, the biceps brachii is on the lateral side of the arm. The biceps femoris is on the lateral side of the leg. Okay, so if that helps you to keep those oriented, that's how I remember them. So here's the superficial view. We have the semitendinosus and the long head of the biceps femoris. Here's deep, we have the semimembranosus, and then the short head of the biceps femoris. And notice that all 3 of these originate on that ischial tuberosity. Okay, so that's the hamstring. And then in this diagram, they've added the deeper view where we can see the adductor magnus. Okay, and I wanted to put this in there so you could think about the adductor magnus kind of deep from the back, deep to the hamstrings, from the front, deep to the other adductor muscles, okay? So it's the one that's most on the coronal plane of the body, if you think of it that way. Now on our models, okay, here's the gluteus maximus. Remember that the gluteus maximus, the origin goes along the sacrum and the coccyx. So it inserts on the lateral side of the thigh. Okay, you can also look for the IT band. That's obviously the lateral side. So that makes this, the lateral side, this is the biceps femoris. This is the semitendinosus. And then this one underneath right there, that's the semimembranosus. We can't see the other head of the biceps femoris well on this model. So again, here, biceps femoris, semitendinosus, semimembranosus, peeking out right there. Yes, I know I said most medial, and you can see it also on this side, peeking out there. Okay, so semitendinosus, semimembranosus, biceps femoris, iliotibial band, gluteus maximus, gluteus medius. See, we're reviewing. I know, right? This, right there, adductor magnus. Cool, right? Okay, next up, we're going to talk about the quadriceps muscles.